What happens to a man's erection? When he takes one dose every morning after 60, the secret no one told you. Shocking fact. Before we begin, did you know that by age 60, over 50% of men experience some level of erectile dysfunction? Yet most of them never learn the simple, natural fix that could restore their confidence. If you're struggling with intimacy, energy, or self-confidence, this video might completely change your life. Before we dive in, smash that like button if you're ready to take control of your vitality. Subscribe so you never miss a life-changing health tip. And drop a comment below. What's the one thing about aging that's caught you off guard the most? The bedroom wall no one talks about. Have you ever felt that invisible wall go up between you and your partner? That quiet moment of hesitation, or worse, the painful silence after another disappointing night? You're not alone. For many men over 60, this is the unspoken struggle. It's not just about sex, it's about identity, connection, and confidence. But what if this wasn't just part of aging? What if you could reverse it, not with drugs or gimmicks, but with a simple morning ritual, a dose of natural power that supports your body's own systems? The missing one dose that changes everything. Let's get straight to the game changer. The secret? A daily dose of L-citrulline, a natural amino acid that most men have never heard of, but should absolutely be taking. This isn't snake oil. It's a scientifically validated compound that works by supporting your body's nitric oxide production, the key to healthy blood flow and strong erections. Think of nitric oxide as the body's vascular unlocker. It helps your blood vessels relax and expand, making it easier for blood to reach the penis and stay there. L-citrulline turns into L-arginine in your body, which is then used to make nitric oxide. And unlike L-arginine supplements, which are poorly absorbed, L-citrulline is efficient and bioavailable. Real results. In a 2011 study published in Urology, 50% of men with mild erectile dysfunction who took L-citrulline reported significant improvement in erection hardness. Before we continue, hit that like if you've ever felt frustrated by ED. Comment below. Have you ever tried natural supplements like this? Share this video with a friend who might need this info. How to take it, the simple routine. Here's how you integrate it. Every morning, take 1,500 to 3,000 milligrams of L-citrulline powder or capsule with a full glass of water. Consistency is the secret. This isn't Viagra. It's building a natural foundation. Think of it like watering a plant. You don't dump a gallon once a month, and you give it steady care. In a few weeks, many men report firmer, more reliable erections, more spontaneous desire, increased cardiovascular energy. But that's not all. The power combo, beetroot plus L-citrulline. Want to supercharge the effect? Combine L-citrulline with beetroot juice or beetroot powder. Beets are rich in nitrates, which also convert to nitric oxide in the body. Together, they create a synergistic effect that boosts blood flow, naturally and powerfully. Try this morning smoothie: 1 scoop L-citrulline powder, ½ cup cooked beets or 1 tablespoon beetroot powder, a handful of spinach, yes, it's a nitrate source too, mixed berries, antioxidants, almond milk or water. This is more than a smoothie. It's a daily performance booster in a cup. Movement, your morning circulation booster. Here's the next crucial step: daily mindful movement. We're not talking about marathons or lifting heavy at the gym. We're talking about a brisk 30-minute morning walk. Why walking? Boosts circulation, increases testosterone, enhances vascular elasticity, reduces stress hormones. Walking right after your L-citrulline and beet juice amplifies the effect. Think of it as jump-starting your blood flow, but we can take it even further. The hidden hero, pelvic floor strength Kegels, aren't just for women. Men can and should do them, especially after 60. Benefits of male pelvic floor training: improves erection firmness, enhances ejaculatory control, boosts orgasm intensity. Try this. Contract your pelvic floor like you're stopping urine. Hold for 5 seconds, release for 5 seconds. Repeat 10 to 15 times, 3 times per day. Do it while brushing your teeth, walking, or watching TV. No equipment, no one knows. Big results. A 2005 British Journal of General Practice study found 40% of men with ED regain normal function after pelvic floor training. Kill the mood killer. Stress is a silent assassin when it comes to male performance. Chronic stress equals elevated cortisol, suppressed testosterone, restricted blood flow. Your body can't prioritize intimacy when it thinks it's under attack. The fix: 5 minutes of daily mindful breathing. Let's start with something deceptively simple, but incredibly powerful. Mindful breathing. You might be thinking, how can just breathing make a difference in something as complicated as sex drive or testosterone? But let's break it down. When you take 5 to 10 minutes a day to breathe mindfully, you're not just calming your mind, you're literally reprogramming your nervous system. Most of us live in a constant state of low-grade stress. Emails, deadlines, scrolling social media, dealing with traffic. It all keeps our bodies in a fight-or-flight mode, whether we notice it or not. And that stress kills intimacy. Why? Because when cortisol, the stress hormone, is high, testosterone tanks. Blood flow is restricted, erections become unreliable, desire fades. That's where this method comes in. Here's how you do it. Breathe in deeply through your nose for 4 seconds. Hold your breath gently for 4 seconds. Exhale slowly through your mouth for 6 seconds. Repeat this cycle for 5 to 10 minutes. This simple pattern activates your parasympathetic nervous system, often called the rest and restore system. Dr. Andrew Huberman, a neuroscientist at Stanford, calls this the biological green light for intimacy. It slows your heart rate, reduces blood pressure, improves oxygen delivery, and most importantly, it lowers cortisol. That's a recipe for better mood, better focus, and yes, stronger erections. In fact, therapists often prescribe breathing techniques like this to men who suffer from performance anxiety. And it works. One real-world example comes from a client of a sex therapist in New York. He was a 36-year-old executive with a high-stress job and a failing sex life. Just 5 minutes of mindful breathing twice a day helped him regain not only physical performance, but also emotional connection with his partner within a month. So if you think deep breathing is just for yoga retreats, think again. It might be the cheapest, fastest, and most natural way to revive your testosterone and libido. Sleep, the testosterone factory. Now let's move on to something even more critical: sleep. You might think of sleep as rest, but from a hormonal point of view, it's hardcore internal maintenance. When you sleep, your body doesn't just shut down, it powers up in all the right ways. It triggers a surge in testosterone production, especially during REM sleep. It repairs cellular damage, which reduces inflammation, a major enemy of hormonal balance. It restores nitric oxide pathways, which are essential for blood vessel health and erectile function. In fact, poor sleep is one of the fastest ways to wreck your sex life. A 2011 study published in the Journal of the American Medical Association showed that healthy young men who got only 5 hours of sleep per night for just 1 week had their testosterone levels drop by 10 to 15%. That's a massive hit, comparable to aging 10 to 15 years in just 7 days. And it doesn't stop at hormones. Sleep-deprived men also report lower libido, higher anxiety, more fatigue, weaker, shorter-lasting erections. Why? Because testosterone is released in pulses while you sleep. Miss sleep, and you miss those pulses. You literally lose your hormonal edge. To avoid this hormonal disaster, aim for 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep every night. But it's not just about duration, it's about quality and consistency. Here's how to optimize your testosterone-producing sleep. Stick to a consistent sleep schedule. Go to bed and wake up at the same time every day, even on weekends. No screens an hour before bedtime. Blue light from phones and TVs suppresses melatonin, the hormone that helps you fall asleep. Sleep in a cool, dark, quiet room. Temperature and noise matter more than you think. Ideal room temperature, around 65 degrees Fahrenheit or 18 degrees Celsius. Dr. Matthew Walker, author of Why We Sleep, puts it this way: sleep is the greatest legal performance-enhancing drug that most people are probably neglecting. Here's a real-life example. A 42-year-old gym goer struggling with low libido and midlife fatigue tried everything: supplements, cold showers, even testosterone gels. Nothing worked until he started tracking and improving his sleep. Within 2 weeks of fixing his bedtime routine, his energy levels soared, his morning wood came back, and his mood dramatically improved. So yes, supplements and exercise help. But sleep? Sleep is non-negotiable. Without it, everything else falls apart. The 5 habits that transform male vitality after 60 and why they work. Reclaiming male vitality after the age of 60 is not just possible. It's absolutely within reach. But it doesn't happen by accident. It takes intention, consistency, and a few powerful daily habits that act like a biological reset button for your hormones, blood flow, and energy levels. Let's break down these 5 proven habits, what they do, why they work, and how you can integrate them into your lifestyle starting today. On 1. A daily dose of L-citrulline, the natural nitric oxide. Booster L-citrulline is an amino acid that acts as a precursor to L-arginine, which then boosts nitric oxide levels in the body. Why does that matter? Because nitric oxide is the key molecule that relaxes blood vessels, improves circulation, and directly impacts erectile quality, stamina, and heart health. After 60, your body's natural nitric oxide production declines sharply, which can lead to issues like low energy, brain fog, cold extremities, and, you guessed it, erectile dysfunction. But clinical research shows that supplementing with 1,500 to 3,000 milligrams of L-citrulline daily can significantly improve blood flow and even help men with mild to moderate ED. Dr. Raina Malik, a leading urologist, says, unlike Viagra, which forces the process, L-citrulline supports your body's natural ability to perform. It's subtle, but over time, very effective. A 64-year-old viewer named Greg wrote in to say that after adding L-citrulline to his morning routine, he noticed better morning erections and increased energy within 3 weeks, without any side effects. That's powerful stuff. Or 2, beetroot and spinach, natural circulation. Superfoods beetroot and spinach aren't just salad fillers. They're nitric oxide powerhouses. Rich in dietary nitrates, these vegetables help convert nitrates into nitric oxide naturally, without the need for synthetic stimulants. Studies show that drinking beetroot juice or eating a bowl of spinach daily can lower blood pressure, increase stamina, and improve overall vascular function. The Journal of Applied Physiology published a study where older men who drank beetroot juice daily experienced significant improvements in blood vessel dilation and exercise performance. The reason? Nitric oxide was flooding their system, helping their arteries relax and widen. Even better, beetroot has been shown to increase mitochondrial efficiency, meaning your cells produce more energy using less oxygen. That translates to better endurance and faster recovery during exercise, especially important after 60. Real-life tip: blend 1 cooked beet with a handful of raw spinach, a squeeze of lemon, and a small apple for a delicious, heart-healthy morning juice. 3. Morning walking plus Kegels, full body and pelvic blood flow. Combo want to improve circulation, burn fat, protect your joints, and revive your libido all at once? Then this duo is for you. Morning walks plus Kegel exercises. Let's start with walking. Just 20 to 30 minutes each morning, ideally in sunlight, does 3 critical things. Boosts testosterone by syncing your circadian rhythm. Improves insulin sensitivity, which is key to avoiding testosterone-suppressing belly fat. Enhances blood flow to the extremities, including the penis. Now combine that with Kegel exercises, which strengthen the pelvic floor muscles that control erection firmness, ejaculation, and bladder control. According to the Cleveland Clinic, daily Kegels can significantly improve male sexual function, especially for men over 60. One man shared online how after doing 3 sets of 10 Kegels per day for a month, he noticed harder, more sustainable erections and better control during sex. He called it the most underrated exercise for men. Here's the bonus. Doing Kegels during your morning walk, as long as you're not too distracted, is an easy way to stack the habits and make them sustainable. Number 4. Stress-reducing breathwork. Calm the cortisol, open the heart. When cortisol is high, testosterone is low. That's just how the body works. Chronic stress, especially the emotional kind, triggers hormonal chaos. It raises inflammation, tightens blood vessels, and shuts down desire. That's why breathwork isn't just for yogis. It's for any man who wants to reclaim his vitality. Practicing just 5 minutes of controlled breathing daily can significantly reduce cortisol levels and activate the parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and restore mode that opens the door to connection, intimacy, and performance. Techniques like box breathing, inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 4, exhale for 6, rest for 2, are used by Navy SEALs to manage stress and improve focus. Now imagine what it can do for a man over 60 trying to reconnect with his body, his partner, and his purpose. Therapists report that men who adopt breathwork practices often become more emotionally available, less reactive, and better able to handle relationship tension. This emotional shift alone can dramatically improve sexual satisfaction, both for them and their partner. 5. Quality, consistent sleep. Resetting your hormones. Overnight sleep isn't just about rest. It's where testosterone is made, nitric oxide pathways are restored, and inflammation is reduced. In fact, testosterone is secreted in pulses during the deepest stages of sleep, especially REM cycles that occur late in the night. For men over 60, poor sleep means waking up groggy, moody, and with lower testosterone levels. It also leads to poor blood sugar control, which further wrecks hormonal balance. Sleep researcher Dr. Matthew Walker explains, "A man who sleeps 5 hours a night will have a level of testosterone that's equivalent to someone 10 years older. To fix this, you need a sleep hygiene system. Aim for 7 to 8 hours of uninterrupted sleep per night. Go to bed and wake up at the same time every day, even on weekends. Keep the bedroom cool, dark, and screen-free. Use blue light blockers or amber lighting in the evening. Consider magnesium, chamomile tea, or a sleep-focused guided meditation." One man in our community reported that after improving his sleep, just by cutting out screens before bed and using blackout curtains, he woke up feeling sharper, with a stronger sex drive, and no more midday crashes. Which of these 5 habits will you start tomorrow? So the question is, which of these steps will you commit to? Drop a comment below. Your decision might inspire someone else to reclaim their health, their confidence, and their passion, no matter their age. Because male vitality after 60 isn't a fantasy, it's a science-backed possibility. All it takes is 5 simple, daily habits. If you found value in this video, hit that like button. It helps others find this information. Subscribe for more powerful health tips specifically designed for men over 50. Share this with a brother, uncle, or friend who needs to hear it. Final words. You deserve more than getting old. Aging doesn't have to mean decline. You don't have to accept disappointment in the bedroom as your new normal. With a few simple shifts, a daily dose, better movement, deeper breathing, smarter eating, and restful sleep, you can completely transform your performance and confidence. This is your life, your body, and your second chapter doesn't have to be a slower one. It can be the strongest yet. If this resonated with you, make the commitment right now. 1 morning dose, 1 walk, 1 moment of breathing, 1 better night's sleep. That's all it takes to begin. Your turn. What's one thing you'll do differently starting today? Drop it in the comments. We're in this together. See you in the next video. Stay strong, stay smart, and never settle for just getting older.